So when we talk about food trends, the milk food trend is huge. Now, you might look at all the different milks I have out here, and I haven't even got all the varieties that are available, but none of them come from an animal. So why do we want plant-based milks? Well, one, they tend to be healthier for us. There's not the same amount of saturated fat, except for one, which I'll talk about, and it's better for the environment. So let's take a look at some choices. So here we have coconut milk. Now, what is it used for? Well, all of these milks in general can be used as a substitute for all your cooking or baking or drinking, but some of them have other qualities that you want to take a look at. So this one has got very little protein. So if you're looking for a milk product, plant-based milk product that gives you protein, this is not the one you're going to have. It's also quite thin. If you're concerned about saturated fat, because it comes from coconut, it's high in saturated fat. So that might be a no-no for certain people that are watching their cholesterol. And it is low carb. So if you're on a low carb diet, this is going to suit you really, really well. Almond milk. This is one of the most popular alternatives in terms of plant-based milk. So let's look at some of the nutrition. First of all, it's got 50% more calcium than most other plant milks, which is a really good thing. Very little protein. Now it's got very little fat, very little calories. It's got vitamin E in it, which is a good thing, but 2% of it is almonds, the rest is water. And why that's not such a good thing is that usually the almonds are grown in California where there's a lot of drought. Very tough on the environment. But use it for all your baking, your cooking. When you're looking for a low carb, low calorie, low fat beverage, this is it. Rice milk. No allergens, which is a great thing. So the pros and cons, it's higher in calories, it's got more carbs. So with the excess carbs, it may not be great for diabetics, so you want to be careful of that. Great for rice pudding. It is a little thin, and there are very few nutrients in rice milk. So your choice, if you need the carbs and the calories, this is a good choice for you. New kid on the block, oat milk. This is really hot and popular today. Now, it's thicker, it's richer, and most versions today are gluten-free because the oats are gluten-free if you select gluten-free, so make sure you read the label. Now, great for coffees, love it for that, thicker, richer, higher calories, higher carbs. So again, if you're watching your weight or you're diabetic, this is one you may not want to use, but otherwise the richness of it is wonderful and it makes great froth for a coffee or a latte. Soy milk, #1 substitute for regular cow's milk, so that's a good thing. Tons of protein, like 12 grams per cup, which is good. It is low carb, but if you do have soy allergies, this is one you're going to want to avoid. But what I love doing with soy milk is frothing it up in a mason jar and adding it to your coffee or your latte. You take your milk, and I'm using soy here because soy or oat milk are probably the best milks at froth. Just make sure you mix it up well, and just take an empty jar from, either a tomato sauce or jam, whatever you have, fill it up about 1/3, put the lid back on, and we're gonna shake, shake, shake very vigorously for about 30 seconds. Then I'm going to heat this in the microwave for about 30 seconds. Let's see what happens. So there you go, take a good look at this. Look at that nice froth on my soy milk. I put it in for about 30, 45 seconds after a good shake up. Let's pour it carefully over our morning joe. Look at that nice foam. Beautiful. Oh, does that look good? Perfect latte, who needs the coffee shop? When using your plant-based milk, substitute one for another, whichever you'd like. Use it in smoothies, drinking plain, in your baked goods, cereals, coffees. You can use it in any way you want. The key is that if you're using a thinner plant milk in cooking, you might need to thicken it with just a little bit of flour or cornstarch. Otherwise, have fun.